All right, we are here with another gameplay video today on Toad. Now, what I like about Toad is that he is one of a very short list of champions that is poison immune but deals poison damage. And that to me automatically gives him a very unique utility that's not throughout the contest. Um, he can be pretty frustrating to play if you try to reach max damage output. He also probably needs his duped ability, and of course at max Sig you're going to get the most benefit. But we'll talk about his signature ability a little bit later in the video. Um, but what I will show you is a few clips of, if you're not really paying attention, how can you utilize him or how can you play him and he still does some pretty decent damage while showcasing that poison damage that he has along with a passive stun. And then I'll show you I guess would be the frustrating rotation of getting to special 2 and trying to get the burst damage on every hit, while we sprinkle in a little bit of what the special 3 passive poison looks like. Alright, so what I want to start off doing is showing how to kind of ramp him, and regardless of what special attack you plan on reaching for whatever reason, you're still going to want to ramp him up. Now, unduped, there are only 5 prowess that you can actually obtain, and each one would be from the paralytic secretion from either firing special 1 or just getting hit, or certain debuffs like bleed, incinerate, placing on you. And then once you're at 5, you're capped, unduped. And what you could technically do is just sit here and constantly do special 1. You could top off the little bit of health you have missing and keep that secretion healer just going. And while it's up, you actually have a better chance of placing poisons. And if you've got them pinned against the wall, they can't really dash to remove it or purify it. So you're actually hitting the passive stun quite often here, and you're just letting the fact that you have a 70% prowess times 5 on you make your special 1 just look like it's doing a decent amount of damage. So you could just stay here instead of trying to get to a frustrating special 2 or trying to just throw on a passive poison with special 3. So now that we're at the 5 prowess, we're just going to go ahead and speed this video up and watch it play out. And I mean, this is really just not trying. Like, if I just want to play Toad and I don't need to utilize anything coming from special 2 or special 3, I could just sit here all day and top off. And it's kind of nice. His animations are fun. And like I said, especially against a skill champ, poison just kind of shows up constantly and you hit the passive stun quite often. So this is what just a special 1 rotation would look like. If we hit that point where we decide we want to build up to special 2, we'll want to get in about 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 range, and then throw our special 2 and get the burst damage while they're stunned. And then we also have the option of just going ahead and removing all of the prowess effects and placing a passive paralytic poison for each prowess, or doing additional damage for each prowess that we had on us at the time, and then just kind of let them melt here. So I tried to avoid giving him any extra paralytic poison so that you could just see the damage from the passive special 3 specifically. Alright, so talking about signature ability, this is where you can reach the max potential of his damage output. And here I have him at what would be half the prowess damage benefit at this Sig level. So at Sig 26, he has half of the damage benefit for each prowess. And then from then to 200 is the remaining 12.5%. And anytime a poison or a stun is purified or just doesn't trigger because of an immunity, including the stun from your parry, you gain an additional prowess, and this one is capped at 10. So you can actually build to 15 before deciding to throw that special 2. You can build to 15 before deciding to drop that big special 3 and get the bigger passive paralytic poison on the opponent. Or you could just stay in that special 1 rotation with 15 prowess like I showed you and just constantly lay on paralytic poisons, getting passive stuns, and just pretty much running through the opponent as you top off your health with the paralytic secretion buff passive. So in my opinion, you're probably going to want him duped for the damage. It's not to say that he's not going to have decent damage without it, but it's definitely going to be noticeable once you dupe him and get him around Sig 26, which is nice because a dupe is Sig 20 if you don't awaken him with a stone to get half the benefit. So this is probably the ideal start for him. One thing to note, and it's most likely just in a defensive ability, he's not very good against poison immune champions because of that second line there where he reaches 10 prowess and then places a passive stun and loses that prowess. So it's obviously easier or harder, to maintain your damage output against a poison immune, on top of the fact that you're not laying down any paralytic poisons during the fight. And then on the passive stun, because of the duped ability, you'll gain a longer stun effect based on Sig ability. So like I said, there's not so much to him. He's pretty simple. One thing that I have not mentioned or showed, you probably saw it with the special 2, is that he does have a really long slow debuff on the special 2, which I do like a lot as well. It's 25 seconds long. So it makes it really easy to throw back-to-back special 2s to keep a champion from evading. Even though it's the special 2, you have to reach not special 1 or not in combo. But the next clip and the place I'll leave you at is a special 3 being thrown with a duped toad at half the benefit and with 15 prowess. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you guys at the next one.